So one has to be very, very careful because the usage of Ọgwụ Ịfụzo on a side effect is very bad. OSENABO has damaged lots of fake spiritualists, fake dibias, fake ezenwoke, fake ezenwai. It will damage them spiritually because it will affect them, the way they behave, their behavior, even their children, even their family. It will affect them because they have upset the balance of nature. Even physically, when you see the person, some of them are the type that bleach because they cannot differentiate now from left and right, from right and wrong. Physically, oh, really white, yellow change. This is how you know them. Because once that OSENABO starts working against them, it is visible. You can see it physically and spiritually. If you are spiritually inclined, if you are prophet, if you are on you see them indulging in so many vices because they have opened the portals for evil. Yes, when you are messaging, you have spiritual, the good ones and the bad ones. It's left for you to discern and know the good spirit and bad spirit. Because some people have the ability to interact with the spiritual, with the more. So it's there for you to know. Kedu mmụọ na-ezighị ozi? Kedu mmụọ bụ nke ọma na nke ọjọọ nya? So you see those people, they are the ones that they rape women. They sleep with little girls. Or they finger them. They become gay, homo. Because of the negative spirit that is attached to that OSENABO. You see them misbehaving. They are no more in control of themselves because other spirits have entered and assessed them, assessed their spiritual fight, assessed their eye, covered it. I said physically, you see them misbehaving. Even when you go to their houses or their altar, you see it very dirty. You see it disorganized. You see them always disorganized. And so we'll be hiding behind it and now say Agwụ. It's a lie. Agwụ does not orchestrate disorder. Especially when you have appeased it. Middle to Agwụ and you install and institute your Agwụ. It is there your life becomes balanced because why? You already aligned with your destiny. But you can do things out of the ordinary, out of the extraordinary. That is when you are compelled and moved to liberate someone using an orthodox method. Or orthodox method. It will now work. That is a sign that Agwụ has flourished. That whatever you lay your hands, start moving. If you bring one or two leaves and use it for someone who is having stomach problem, the person will take it and the person will be healed. Also, mentally, OSENABO has a way of destroying these people that use it. If you their senses will not be intact. Sometimes they tend to be forgetful, not because they have aged, because for these young ones using it. Sometimes they might be conversing with those spirits because they have opened the portal. You that you are the physical person that is with them. Now consult somebody else. And I wonder, because he can now see beyond himself, he's seeing other spirits. And now cause that spirit you see them looking unkempt physically, very dirty, with matted hair. Aside from Nonyaman with dreadlock, psychologically it's the same. If years ago their cells, they have destroyed themselves because of Ọgwụ, Ịfụzo. They want to see forcefully. They want to see tomorrow. They want to see the present. They want every fly, a house fly that flies across. They want to see it and know why it's flying across. You are only permitted to see what they want you to see if you are using natural way, natural OSENABO, that your spirit guide opened for you to see. They will open it to some extent, you will see it. It is now left for you to tell the person. When the person starts asking questions, you now ask them too. Ijuba mmụọ ajụjụ. Because a na-agba afa, a na-agba uche eziokwu. You ask questions. Not that you start asking the spirit stupid questions. Because there are some, when you ask them unnecessary questions, they close up. They will not reveal more. Or they will get angry. Especially those that use their natural pineal gland. They avoid noise as much as possible. They can only play music or use ogene or ishaka nke ọbụla na-akpọtu mmụọ to bring them down, and they start divining for you. Ịgba afa. There are various mediums eji agba afa. A lot of mediums abound. There is silence and tranquility to show you that you honor the spirit that come to reveal things. You don't start smoking cigarette, ebe a na-agbala gị afa. You don't start making noise, answering call up and down, ebe a na-agbala gị afa. Because some of them that do this, they disregard the law of the spiritual. Fa na-eme na fa bụ oke mmụọ, na fa bụ nke nwa bụrụ nke ọzọ. Ị na-eme mkpọtụ, ị na-aza call, na-asị ana m agba afa. Some will be eating, a na-eli nri, asị gị na ya na-agba afa. Maka fa ji OSENABO, na-emezi ịnyanga. That is it for you. You see them psychologically, they are never balanced. Spiritually, physically, and mentally. Should I talk about financially? Ị ga-ada adịfa n'aka. Mgbe ọbụla efufa. Fa ga na-ayọkwu ego. When that spirit they have contracted into their life by the usage of OSENABO start working against them. Fa na-ayọ ego. Ka ndị abụrụ ọnụ. All side effects kwa ka ọ bụ. They don't have, or they have, but it will never stay with them. Their families and their children suffer from the adverse effect because it will push them into condition of no solution. Some of them become blind due to usage of OSENABO. Many die mysteriously because they don't know the contract they have entered into. When you forcefully open the pineal gland, they don't want to know any rules or regulation from the spirits. All they know is that they want access. Give me that access. By force. They now take it. They don't know the expiration. Yes, they'll never know the expiration because it was not done naturally. And they ate it. Maka fan susiche ya nkocha meche iwe anwa na-eme fast na OSENABO no opadonu n'afọ. Ma ndị nke na-ede niile, they touch the tip of their tongue. Some of them maybe ịgba afọ sị ka abịakwa ọba n'ime ụlọ pụta. You don't know. Ojego nke o ji wee kwudo onye bụ OSENABO ma nke a sịrị ya tee niile ma nke ya si ya fịa n'anya. That is why most of them go blind. Even in churches, prophet and prophetess. Ma nwa dibịa. Ifefa kpuo isi, ụfọdụ na-ekpu isi eke. Anya yiri oyi mana nwere ife ọ ga na-afụ. Ụfọdụ dị anya mechie kpata. Ụfọdụ na-ayasa afọ mgbu, afọ va na-eto. Stomach related problems due to OSENABO they ate. Most obvious side effect is they have a short lifespan. Fade ebite aka, most of them do not live up to 50 years. They always die young. Fa na anwụ ọsịsọ. Ajọ ife a na-adakwasịfa si n'enu si n'anị. calamity, catastrophe always before them as they lose their natural glory and grace before their spiritual guide. Ị ga-ebugodu n'ụzọ gbee n'igbe tupu ị gbaa ọsọ. Why are they always in a hurry? I told you, because of fame, to make money, to drive car, to build the latest house, to wear the latest clothes, to travel abroad, to be seen as they have arrived, because they are using their glory and grace to do business, merchandise. Their call is for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to assess. Assess me and you give me your money. That is it, business. Ọkpụkpọ oku abụrụ ịzụ afịa. Ọ bụrụ afịa ka eji azụ. Your talent should bring money, but not that you market it as maybe a business person. There are ethics even in the spiritual. There are ethics in the physical too. Because a dibia, prophet, pastor, or ezenwai that has the gift to message people, they should know there are spirits behind your gift. And when spirit is not behind ọkpụkpọ oku gị, let me mention them. Ọgwụ, ndị ichie, ndị mmiri, ndị otu can be ndị otu ọgbanje, ndị otu dada. Alụsị di mmiri gị ma ọ bụ nwunye mmiri gị, ndị iyi ụwa, ndị otu ọgbanje, anụmanụ mmụọ, akwali ọmụmụ, ugwugwu, nne mmiri. Then mmụọ n'ala Igbo, natural mmụọ dị n'ala Igbo. All of them are examples of these spirit guides, spiritual guides. They lead you in the spirit. Some of them are ascended masters. Some reincarnated to become spiritual guides. Like in the Ichie, when they were alive on earth, they were those men of honor, of integrity, of dignity that stood for justice, equity, and fairness. In families, when they now die, they are said. In the spiritual, they are those people you see that tie white. Makana kafa the ocha. They lived a holy life while they were alive. They still continue that their responsibility from the spirit realm. Most people that are choosing to serve have encounter with them. They see them. Their eyes are open. That's that when their spiritual pineal gland open up naturally. They see those ndị ichie. They see their di mmiri. They see their nwunye mmiri. They see their ndị iyi ụwa. Fana ndị otu ọgbanjefa. They see their anụmanụ mmụọ. This spiritual animal can be gorilla, monkey, crocodile, alligator, some birds. Depending on the form they come, some lion, some leopard. They come out in the spiritual and they relate and converse with the chosen ones. It is, how do I put it, metaphysical, spiritual. They come and talk to us and relay messages. You have a form of connection with them, telepathy, or if you have the power of clairvoyance. Some come out in the dream, some they appear physically or spiritually. Because once you are called to serve, every form of fear will die in you. That is why you see some of them, they go out at night to do spiritual works. Oh, dike na apụ n'abalị na ndeli eje na alụ ọlụ mmụọ. Onye ahụ enogo egwu, onogo mmụọ egwu, have jettisoned the spirit of fear in him or her. You see, it is very, very necessary that our people know, so that when you see people with this gift, you encourage them. You don't look down on them. You don't stigmatize them. You don't start screaming and shouting. They are worshiping ancestors. They are worshiping this. They are this and that. It is natural born, or natarachi, natural gift from Chukwu. natural gift from Chineke. Some spirits of the land come to them and reveal things to them. It's left for you as a choosing one to discern which spirit is talking to me. Is this a good spirit or bad spirit? You can even ask them. They will identify themselves. So you have to be in good terms with them. That have installed their agwụ. You have to align with ndị ichie, ndị mmiri gị, ndị otu, alụsị gị, di mmiri gị, nwunye mmiri gị, because alụsị is like an angel. Or more that came to this world with you. Everybody has. Many families that have Okagwu, they have this more that back them up. You align with ndị you wagi. If it is to chua aja obonuke, you go and take out that sacrifice and give to them. If it's for you to unearth those you and bring them out, they will stay with you. If it's to go and marry your dimmili or munyemmili, you do that for the chosen one. And when you marry them, you always do what? Give them what they need, energize them. It could be monthly, every 3 months or 6 months. Na-agọ mmụọ n'iru fa na-ama ha nzu. Na-enyefe ọjị na mmanya ọkụ. Ma ọ bụ incense ndị nke na-alike isi ọma ndị mmiri. Ọ bụ perfume, ọ bụ powder. A lot of them, they have their means. Ọ bụrụ ndị nke a na-akụrụ egwu, you bring out time and sing for them. To communicate. I remember those days when I was in Celestial Church. You know they play music a lot. Once they start beating and drumming, I will become slain in the spirit. I will not know myself again. I will start staggering and dancing up and down. Yes, because abụ m nwa ọgbanje. Esi m na mmiri wee bịa ụwa. That is when I now connect with my people. And my mouth will open. Wow. How I do that, I don't know. All I know is that I'll become transcended or ascended or whatever. My pineal gland will open. In the spiritual, my eyes are open, but in the physical, my eyes are closed. Once I open my mouth, I don't know what I say anymore. Until I'm brought down to earth, I now know myself. I see myself sweating. That is how it used to be. And for them to be able to use me, I am always holy. I avoid anything mpito. Idina nwoke ma obu nwanyị, ayala. Anything mpito. I avoid it. There are certain foods I don't eat. This will also help you to align with your spirit guide and for you to open up your pineal gland. There are some certain foods you are not meant to eat. There are some meat you are not meant to eat. If you are called to serve, if you are choosing one, it's left for you to know. That is why you have to observe your nsogbu and your iwu agwụ. Some people, their agwụ forbid eating of cassava, anything cassava, made with cassava product. Maka na ọ na-anyịtụ mmụọ. Onye na-agba afa na ọnọdụ ka onye na-aba mmụọ, you enter the spirit. You must always consecrate yourself to be holy. You must always sanctify yourself. That is why you see ana-ajụchapụ ochu na ọrakwu. Even those items used to communicate, they keep it holy. They don't keep it anyhow. Even Ọdịnanị. Ụfọdụ na-eji mpi atụ wee mee gịnị kpụchaa ya ọrakwu tupu ebido gbaba afa. Ụfọdụ welu ose ọjị kpọchacha ochu na ọrakwu. You don't sleep around. You don't sleep with a man who is not your husband or a woman who is not your wife. Because this sex of a teen can bring good luck or bad luck for you. It can make you or mar you. There are energies you exchange during sex. So you have to be careful not to get the negative one. One has to be very, very careful to avoid things that you do that things become wrong. So you have to align with your spiritual guide. Be in good terms with this spirit because it's the best than using enhancer, Ọgwụ Ịfụzo, called OSENABO. When one uses OSENABO, they create unending spiritual chaos in their lives. You now invite other spirits to take part of your entire existence. How right is that? And in the process, you lose control. You can't control them. They start controlling you. They start controlling everything you do. They start instigating you to go against your spiritual guide. You have lost control. You see them talk anyhow, misbehave. They won't even observe there, and so on. You see them tend to claim supernatural. Please, my brothers and sisters, we have to be careful. If you are called to serve, know that there are limits to things you can do. You are not the same with ordinary people. Once you install your Ọgwụ, align with your chi, you are no longer the same with ordinary person. I'm telling you this. A spirit can come to you and communicate with you. How do you think you are the same with an ordinary person who cannot communicate with any spirit, who does not even know or can identify any spirit? You are not the same. You don't keep late night except when it's time for you to do some certain spiritual work, which your spirit guide know, and they will go with you and protect you. You don't eat anyhow because it happens. People don't touch you anyhow, your forehead. Once your pineal gland has been opened naturally, nobody should touch your forehead or place their hands on your head. You should know you are a higher being. You are no more an ofeke. You have to be careful in the words that come out from your mouth, because once you say it, your spiritual guides, you have assigned them to work. Be it good, because we are called to do good. I know a lot of people lose control, especially those people that have OSENABO. When you talk to them anyhow, they don't mind dealing with you to show you that they have power. They are not like those who can rein in their anger and overlook you and say, if not, that I have chosen to be on the good side, I have chosen to work for humanity. They are not like those people. So you have to be careful. That is why sometimes when people are online, they start insulting them, saying all sorts of things. You have to be careful. Somebody that has passed through spiritual rituals, initiation, to become a dibia, you and the person are broke. It's not like your pastor. Somebody that can use nature to work for people can equally use it to do bad against you. Be careful. I have seen things happen. That is why I'm saying this. Give one well power. You have to do what? Have self-control. No matter what, no matter the provocation. That is why if you people know who your spiritual guides are and you are in alignment with them, you energize them. Anybody that looks for your trouble has bitten off more than he or she can chew. Because they are the ones that will fight for you. Rapozia onye na-akpali gị. Kezumezu nọrọ mmụọ gị deal with them. But when some people see DBS like that, they say they don't have power. Ịchọ ka eme gị nke ajie na-akọchichi unu ntị na Elijah sele ife nwapụta ka ọ tagbuo ụmụazị na fa na-akpọ onye isi nkwọcha. Ọ bụ Elijah ka ọ bụ Elisha, ama amaro. But you have seen that example in your storybook. So when you see a dibia Ọdịnanị, you don't underrate the person too. So it's better that you enhance that your natural gift by observing and keeping your Ọgwụ, your Iwu Ọgwụ. Meditation. Atụgharị uche, nọrọ ebe dị quiet. Stay in a quiet place. Go within yourselves and think. And meditate. Not necessarily thinking, you meditate. Allow the silence wash over you. Allow the cool atmosphere sink into your body, spirit, soul, and body. Practice grounding. Grounding is connecting with earth for those that have earth element. Even it's better as a dibia that you align yourself with all the elements. You use all of them to work, to become balanced. Yes, that is what I do. The habit of walking barefooted. As you step on bare ground, you see those times that we were in Sele, it's still the same now. Except the method and manner of doing spiritual work is different. But most of the basic things I learned spiritually is from my celestial background, from my background in White Garment Church. That is why I know and observe all these rules and regulations to avoid causing problem for myself. So you practice grounding. You connect with the earth. It will lift you up. Connect with Nanya. They will reveal things to you. You make use of your indigenous market day as a holy day. You can use that day to be fasting. Ikechiono. Many people are asking me, do we fast in Ọdịnanị? Yes, so there are days you wake up, your spiritual guide, if I push you gone, you cannot eat anything apart from ego mmụọ, egocha mmụọ. Inodo, agụ amango gị. Otu ịnọgide for hours, maybe ruo n'efifie ma ọ bụ na mgbede. Kedu ife bi a ga-akpụ ya? Ọ bụrụ fasting. So you use that your indigenous market day and connect again, reconnect, re-energize yourself. It is also a portal for a solid spiritual foundation for you to be able to open your pineal gland. They know, your people will know. You are connected because you have to summon them that day. You have to connect with them that day, either through one spiritual exercise or the other. Through Igommo. They will also open themselves to you. You connect with the market day of your town. Mbosieke. The spirit of Eke, the spirit of your village and your town, they'll be coming to you once they see you as a receptor, once they see you as a vessel. They will come to you. Like Arobonago. They will come and minister to you. Be talking to you through your ears. Ụfọdụ na-anụ na ntị. Ụfọdụ afọ a na-agba na ya ogili. Ụfọdụ abụrụ n'ọnụ ogili. Ụfọdụ na-anụ na ntị. Ụfọdụ a na-agwafa n'ime obi ha. Ụfọdụ a na-afụ ya n'anya ha like this. So many ways of connecting, so many ways of seeing. Enwere one dynamic way, enwere one unique way. Ụfọdụ bụrụ through ọjị ka ha si agba afa. Ụfọdụ bụrụ aja ka a na-ekpote. Ụfọdụ bụrụ nzu ka a na-ama. A na-ekwuzi okwu. Ụfọdụ bụrụ akụwa egwu ma akụwa ekwe ma ọ bụ ogene ma ọ bụ afụ ọja. Ọba na mmụọ. Ọgbaba afa. So there are so many ways. You need to avoid using OSENABO so that you will not die untimely death. Because it's the major cause of untimely death among today's dibias, among today's pastors, among today's chosen ones. You need to stay away from Ọgwụ, Ịfụzo, OSENABO so that you can live long. As a gifted one may not be known today in the spiritual field. Mana in the long run, ebido maba kedu onye dị fa kwa dibia nwangwu, kedu onye bụ nwangwu nwa. Kwa mmụọ onye echi, onye chi uchendu, which village? From there, azụtụ, na-ede ude. Because when you are growing spiritually, likewise also, physically, you will grow. Mentally, psychologically, financially. It's a gradual step. It's a gradual process. You don't have to be in a hurry, because slow and steady is the best option. Work at your own pace. If there is where you need guidance, please look for those people who have started this work before you to guide you. Your spirit should discern and be sensitive enough to lead you to them. So work naturally with your spiritual guides, align with them, energize them periodically, and create an enabling environment to achieve spiritual greatness, success, and fulfillment in life. We'll stop here today. See you same time, same station. Thank you for listening.